Do you want a Hall of Fame ring, or do you want to get abducted by ninjas? That is the big topic of today. Or do you want to meet some military soldiers and get them to give you engravements of their...
Team up and spit on the American flag.
Yeah. He said that, not me. But yeah, this is the February 18th Impact of 2010. This is an infamous TNA Impact. I did not realize this was the one that had the two of TNA's most infamous segments. Well, one of them's infamous, one of them's just funny, but one of them is a career assassination, in my opinion. But very quickly, I'll run through the card, and then I'll go through the segments, because that's what we usually do. So Tara defeats Daphne by DQ. So Daphne just whips out a toolbox and batters her. The toolbox, and then Stevie comes out, Big Steve, and pulls her away. Dr. Stevie, anything to say on this?
He does indeed hate modern wrestling.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that the Pope, yeah, not the one in the Vatican, the one in the wrestling, comes out and cuts a promo, and he basically, he basically says, AJ Styles, Aaron Jizz Styles, and Dick Flair, you guys are idiots. And then Styles and Flair comes out. Styles looking like a stereotypical homosexual on Queer Eye from a Straight Guy, whatever that fucking show is called. And also just doesn't look there because he has frosted blonde tips. And Flair basically says, "My name's not Dick, it's Rick." And the Angela goes, "Yeah, but you're a dick." That is literally the entire promo. That is, I've probably got like 20 minutes. That is the entire promo. Is, oh my god, I'm not Dick, I'm Rick. No, you're a dick. Ha ha ha, bitch. You know, I don't see you laughing at it. It was hilarious. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Both the yeah, as I was saying, because my internet cut off because there's currently a storm here. Yeah, the entire promo with Orlando Jordan, the Pope, De Niro, and AJ Styles is basically him calling him a dick and calling AJ Styles Alan Jizz Jones or some shit and calling Ric Flair dick.
Well, it just the part of the Pope is he gives all these funny nicknames, but at the end of the day, they're not very funny
No.
because he says, "Look here, Dick," and he goes, "Ha ha! Did I just call him Dick? Ha! Oh well, he is a dick. Listen, Dick." It's like, oh great, yeah, good one. Good one, Pope. Good one. This promo sucks.
I know.
Sucks.
And then they basically break the Pope's ankle in kayfabe, which
Well, I made the joke that fucking the Pope just gets battered by fucking AJ and his granddad.
yeah,
And the whole crux of the promo is basically saying, the Pope, you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you are horrendous, fuck you, you suck. And then the Pope says, no, you suck.
yeah.
And we also like AJ's wearing a ridiculous suit. He's got the double earrings. Like, let's be real. At this time, you wear the double earrings, you're getting called gay.
I mean, I did
So
make
he's got double diamond gold earrings. He's got the fucking mum glasses on. He's got a ridiculous tie on. Who wears ties?
I did
Don't wear a tie. You're supposed to be cool.
I did make the joke that he looks like someone you would see on Queer Eye from a Straight Guy or whatever that show's called. Straight
Yeah.
Guy. Is that the show? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Because he has the frosted blonde tips, like I've already mentioned it, but he
Yeah.
has the frosted blonde tips. He has the glasses, the earrings. He just looks like he's about to call someone a UK cigarette. Like if I'm being dead ass, he like
He is also southern, so
there. It just reminds me of that fucking Saban promo. There was a promo where they got Saban to shout out this network. I probably showed you the clip before. Where obviously it's Saban and I'll just use Robert Match for this thing. It's like, oh yeah, Saban, can you shout out Robert Match? So they film him, And then it's like, yeah, you're watching one more match, and I'm Chris Sabin. Then all you hear is, and I'm sorry for saying this word, but I'm just in the context, I'm using it as a cigarette. All you hear in the background is Styles going, Sabin's a fag. And then, and then Sabin responds, yeah, AJ's a fag. And I'm like, okay, that's wrestling in 2006.
He's just slurring.
I was just quoting Sabin and Styles that from that one mental promo they did. Well, not promo, but shout out. But yeah, continuing on. I already did Orlando Jordan defeat Samoa Joe. Oh no, I didn't. I did Tara defeat Stephanie. Shit. But yeah, Orlando Jordan comes out with a man and a woman. Because did you know he's bisexual? And it's not when the schedule fits. He is actually legitimately bisexual. So yeah. Yeah, did you know about this, Ash?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So he defeats Samoa Joe by doing like a twisting
Mate, this
backstabber.
move is sick. So he stood on the middle rope. Joe's trying to, like, obviously he's gonna try hit the muscle buster. Lion Jordan like jumps around his back, hits him with a backstabber, and wins.
Yeah.
I think it's really just the time to acknowledge the death of Samoa Joe in TNA. It's over now, boys.
It is. It is. But also
We love TNA, except all the originals that we don't like.
and then Foley's brought into like Bischoff's office, and Bischoff says, "Yeah, Foley, we're going to take you on a paid shopping spree. Go and have a paid shopping spree." And Foley goes and has a paid shopping spree, which is. And then he calls Abyss in. He's like, Abyss, we're going to unmask you tonight. And then he goes to Jarrett. And he's like, Jarrett, you're going to have to use this bat to fight him. And if you don't use the bat, there will be consequences. Because he really wants the bat to be used. But up next, we have Generation Me. The Young Bucks, Mac Buck and Jeremy Buck. The Young Bucks, Kazarian and Amazing Red versus Brian Kendrick, Doug Williams from is it World Elite, and the Motor City
Yeah.
Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. So you have two great tag teams, two great cruiserweights, and Doug Williams. No offense to Doug. No offense to Doug. Even though Generation Me at this time are not a great tag team, they are still very young and don't really know what to do. But yeah, it was an all right match because Arian did what he had to do.
Kazarian got a really big pop for some reason. I
No,
guess it's the fact that he's not been seen for like I think they said a year and a half.
I mean, just to sum it up, Kazarian is like a TNA original, so like it's one of the old, one of the originals coming back. You'd be excited to see him. It's just that kind of
Yeah.
woo Kazarian.
Do love Kazarian, pretty cool. Got a decent finisher as well.
It's
The
weird.
old springboard DDT.
It's weird because Kazarian has had a career renaissance, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Since leaving AEW, even though he was the first AEW tag team champions with Scorpio Sky, but like he did pretty much win TNA's biggest belt, albeit they kind of fucked him over, but
Controversially, of course.
they fucked over Santana. Is it Santana? Yeah, Santana.
Yeah.
They obviously, if you don't know, Santana won the belt, and then knowing TNA, they had matches pre-recorded and would say, "Oh, Santana left the belt in the back for reasons," because it was obviously filmed before he won the belt. And then when they came back, Kazarian beat him immediately, which yeah, but yeah, Kazarian is like an OG TNA. It's weird. He will never be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Will Kazarian? Well, to be fair,
No.
he probably will be. He probably will be in
He's
like 50.
really been in fucking WWE, has he?
Well, he probably will be in like 50 years when they run out of candidates, when they can't put Hogan in it for the 600th time. Because you can't put Hogan versus Vince McMahon WrestleMania 19 in the match category.
Yeah, but why would he be in the WWE Hall of Fame?
No. I'm just saying he's not a WWE Hall of Famer, but he's a TNA Hall of Famer for
He's
sure.
not fucking been in WWE.
The Great Muta was in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but at least he's a wrestling legend.
Yeah, I'm saying Kazarian will be in it when they run out of the names, is what I'm saying. When they run out of the names and they can no longer use. But Kazarian is definitely a TNA Hall of Famer. Not WWE,
Yeah.
but like, again, when they eventually.
I can't wait to be inducted to the fucking Ballet Dancer Hall of Fame. Never been there, but when they run out of all the other ballet dancers, I've got a surefire way of winning.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I just wonder when are they gonna like induct the Muppets into the Hall of Fame? That would be class. Um, but the WWE Hall of Fame is a joke, by the way, if you didn't know. The TNA Hall of Fame has more credibility, in my opinion. That's just me. Um, and up next, a
I mean,
bit.
do they really? Do they really? Aren't the beautiful people in the TNA Hall of Fame?
I mean, yeah, but the WWE Hall of Fame is the better twin. So, yeah. Don West.
Where's fuck it? I'm looking up TNA Hall of Fame. Who's in there currently?
Earl Hebner, Sting, Mick Foley.
All right, I got it from start. Sting, yeah, fair enough. Unsurprisingly inducted by Dixie. Kurt Angle, fair. Jeff Jarrett, yeah, fine. Earl Hebner, yeah,
Yeah,
sure, I guess.
either way.
Gail Kim,
Yeah,
Abyss,
yeah.
Ken Shamrock,
Understandable.
Awesome Kong,
Understandable.
Tracy Brooks,
I can see it why, but yeah.
Rhino,
Yeah, same. I can see.
Bob Ryder,
Don't know who he is. Oh, he's one of the
and
scouting
Mickey
agents.
James.
He's one of the scouting agents.
I mean, it's not too bad.
And Don West and Mike Tenay are in there as well. But
Yeah, yeah, and then the groups they have, yeah, Team 3D, uh, Don West, Mike Tenay, beautiful people, and yeah, that's it.
not bad. It's not a bad lineup. You have to admit, it's not a bad lineup.
Yeah, but you know, you're missing out the James Storm, the Bobby
Again,
Roode,
there's perfect time for them.
the Kaz, the Daniels, most of the OGs.
I mean, they will get inducted. Don't you worry, they will. Um,
Yeah, but Tracy Brooks.
ah, see again, everyone has their own like Tory Wilson of the Hall of Fame. Okay, but
She just gets Twitter clout these days for basically saying, I respect that you guys are horny. That's basically what she does. She just like goes, "Oh, were people thinking about me?" It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody was wanking over you in the 2000s. Like, but you know, get that Twitter engagement. Sure, fair enough.
but yeah, then Abyss versus Jeff Jarrett happens and ends in an old contest because Jarrett doesn't use the bat. And then when I say this is some fucking tag team that comes out here, Homicide, right? Homicide. Hold on, before you get the list, it's Homicide, Rhino, Raven, and then there's one person I'm missing.
Pump go
Tomko. What a
and
stable.
Nigel McGuinness.
And Desmond Wolf, Nigel McGuinness. Like what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? But yeah, they had that.
They had a better lineup than all the ninjas. So
We'll get to the ninjas in a second, and then Beer Money, James Storm, Robert Roode defeat
whoa,
Beer.
whoa, we didn't talk about the post match segment of this, which is the main point of the fucking show.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Jeff
Basic.
Jarrett doesn't use the barbed wire bat, and that's when obviously they go and attack him. And then Bischoff is like, "I'm gonna fucking take your mask off, you stupid bitch." And then Hogan comes out with a frowny face on, like, "How dare you take Abyss's thing off?" And then he takes him to the back, and he basically says, "Look, enough of this whining shit. Enough of this crying. Stop screaming. You're a monster. Be a monster." And obviously, I'm sat there like, yeah, yeah. This is gonna be he's gonna be serious again. Thank God. And then he hands him his WWE Hall of Fame ring and says all of the power of Hulkamania and the universe is in this ring. So you're gonna be better than Hulk Hogan ever was. A Hall of Fame ring. Why is
I,
Abyss wearing Hulk's Hall of Fame ring?
and Ash corrected me, but I said this would be like doing this action thing to Undertaker in a sense. I don't know Ash said, but American Badass. But I think the difference is it's just the way Abyss is being used is the problem. Like he's no longer a serious threat. Hopefully this will change. I can see why it's ragged on. It's definitely a lol TNA moment, in my opinion. It is definitely guaranteed a lol TNA moment. Um, so it is just funny to see like TNA fucking up their like bit of like one of the big men again. But again, Abyss, if you follow like us for a while, you'll know that we've basically said that Abyss starts off great, but it's like a roller coaster. The lower you go, like the longer the years go on, they just shitter Abyss gets, and like how more humanizing they make them, which is all understandable. You can't have everyone be a serious monster forever. You will eventually have to humanize it. They had to do it with Undertaker. They had to do it with Kane. They even did it with Foley. So you would have to do it with Abyss. It's just the way you make Abyss. It's like he's pulling his hair. He's like being scared and shit. Like it's just not how you would really
Like I
do it.
said, he is just acting like the fucking he's acting like Leatherface when he's in his woman outfit, where he's screaming and like just acting as Leatherface would imagine a woman acts. So he's screaming, he's yelling, like the main character tells him to shut the fuck up, and it's like that's Leatherface. What are you doing? What are you doing?
And then
And that's the whole fucking point. That's the reason why no, you probably talk to death on Abyss, but like that's why it just doesn't work because why is Abyss a quivering pussy?
yeah,
I
it's
say that in the most like toxic masculinity type shit ever. But he's fucking crying, he's screaming, nobody takes him seriously. And even like Hogan and Bischoff are like, listen here, Abyss, you little fucking shit. It's like, I'm fucking Abyss. What do you mean? But yeah, just kind of just dumb, just annoying, just a shame, really.
yeah,
Because look, history doesn't look too kindly on Abyss. It's been a long time since he was a world champion. It's been a long time since he was viewed as a world champion. It never really was. Let's be fucking real. At least he didn't he have a run with the NWA title?
yeah,
But beyond that point, he was never really taken that seriously, and therefore it kind of comes into the sort of Kane effect, where it's like, what do you do with a big man who's not actually going to win the title?
yeah,
And you know, yeah, everybody kind of. I mean, history doesn't look too kindly on Kane these days, but that's stuff outside of wrestling. But at least, like, for every kind of intriguing Taker feud, there was a feud against the Great Khali at WrestleMania. There was a feud against original Kane on a random episode of Raw. Like, it's the issue you run into with like the monster wrestlers, where it's really hard to make them a monster if you lose it the first time. And it just it's so hard to do and it's so hard to like reclaim it because for some people Abyss will be permanently ruined. And at this point he probably is, let's be fucking honest. But making him because like we say it now and we say, oh, he's just gonna become a less like whiny fucking Abyss. But he's probably just gonna start doing all the fucking Hulk Hogan taunts. They're probably gonna call it Abyssomania. And he's just gonna he's probably gonna be doing Hulk Hogan promos. And it's like this is not he isn't supposed to be becoming Hulk Hogan. He's supposed to become a more scary Abyss. But I guess we'll see. But it's just fucking dumb. And the fact that it's Hogan's like WWE Hall of Fame ring is just bollocks.
yeah. You've done basically a tremendous job nailing on its head, and I will just continue on now if you don't mind. Um, where Beer Money, James Storm and Robert Roode take on Big Rob and Brutus Magnus. And this entire match is Big Rob getting a lot of offense in, and then Magnus tagging in, being like, I'm going to pin them and win. And then obviously, don't do that because Beer Money win by pinning Brutus Magnus. But if they pin Brutus Magnus and
Yeah.
they just win, and then afterwards, Big Rob, just turns on Brutus Magnus.
Well, it's because Magnus says he basically says you're a loser. You're pathetic. I'm gonna hold on to the TNA Global Championship, which he won. I assume it was probably in a house show in Wales. Let's be honest.
It was. It was.
And then big Robbie T looks at him, smashes him with the clothesline, and takes the belt. So, is British invasion continuing?
We'll find out. But the ninja segment doesn't happen yet. As Kurt Angle takes on Daniels, this match is very short. Daniels gets about 2 moves in, and then Angle locks in the ankle lock. Because that's what he does. He locks in the ankle lock. Daniels taps, and then he cuts a promo. And I can't really do this promo justice because it's Angle like talking from the heart about how he was arrested and how he went to see soldiers and a soldier gave him dog tags and inscribed in it as a poem, and how like if you when you use the dog tags against me, Anderson, not only were you spilling my blood, you were spilling the soldiers' blood and spilling the blood of America. And when you spat on the tags, you not only spat on me, you spat on the soldiers, and you also spat on the flag. Which I don't mind the soldier rally bit. I don't mind that bit. What made me laugh, and I don't mean to laugh like in a negative way, but what made me kind of chuckle was just him going, "And you fucked on America." Like, oh my god, are we really doing this? Fucking, you stunk America. Like basically what I'm trying to compare it to is like when Cody Rhodes tried to do a thing with Anthony Ogogo, where it was like America versus England. I'm like, I don't want to do this. This shite never works in wrestling. Why the fuck are we doing it? But that is where Cody Raheem Rhodes is like spawns from. Is that
It's also just, I mean, unsurprisingly, like Look, it's a good promo, and
it is.
there's a reason why this feud is actually looked upon to be a pretty cool one because it is pretty cool. But obviously the fucking you spot on America. Just obviously as a Brit, who the fuck cares? Like, who the fuck cares?
And then
I thought it was pretty wild that he's like, then I was talking to a soldier, and instead of Kurt saying he believes in the soldier, he says the soldier believes in him. You're fucking wrestling, Kurt. What the fuck? He's fighting a war. Why does he give a shit about you? He's got bigger fish to fry.
he
But
spit.
it's a cool set piece. The bust them open with the tags.
Yeah. And then Anderson comes out and he says, "You did a great speech. Great speech. Fine speech," to quote John Cena. Fine speech. Um, and then he mockingly fake cries. He batters Angle. And then the mic just hits off Angle's ass, but actually makes a thud. It's like Angle's ass is inevitable. It's big. It's huge. Yeah. And then he just says, "Yeah, I did spit on America. Fuck you. What you gonna do, mate? I'm Mr. Anderson. This is total non-stop Anderson. Let's go."
I
Uh,
fucking love Anderson, man. It all works. He's such an asshole. It works. And like, you know,
yeah.
MJF needs to thank Mr. Anderson. That's all I'll say.
You're welcome, Mr.
The
Anderson.
real asshole.
And then Samoa Joe is backstage. Ash made this segment 10 times funnier. So he did. So Jeremy Borash is backstage. It's JB Jeremy Borash. Fucking Joe's walking away with his luggage, his gear, basically. Not the drug, but like the gear, his luggage. Fucking a white fan pulls up. And basically out walks these unfit ninjas, beat the shit out of Joe, and then just one little ninja at the end comes out
Just
and put.
about 4 fat ninjas.
It was just 4 cloned Joes. That's all that was.
I just made the joke that like hardly they're not exactly gonna be sneaky.
Who knows? Who knows? And then
They're knocking over all the furniture.
one of the ninjas just comes back and closes the door, and they drive off and leave him behind. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
And I said, this is the feels like the right feels like the end of Samoa Joe in TNA, or at least in the main event scene. Because after this point, he's fucking done. I
Um,
don't know. It shows how much Hogan and Bischoff actively liked Joe.
well,
Once
yeah,
again, another TNA original who has just been given nothing to do. And even because losing to Orlando Jordan, it was a shock. It was a big shock because um it plays off how kind of big Joe is and then his mystique. But fundamentally, I don't fucking I don't fucking know. Like first you lose to Orlando Jordan, then you get kidnapped by a bunch of fat ninjas.
four mini Joes kidnapped him. Four mini Hernandezes, I guess. And then Nash comes out because throughout the episode, Nash was like saying he's gonna have some thoughts about the band. Obviously, we can't call them what they actually are, but the band. And he comes out and he's like, Hall and Waltman, I've been carrying you for years. And 10 years ago, I bought a black suit. So I knew I was gonna bury one of you shortly. And I just went, fuck me, that is a great line, but so depressing. Jesus. I like the line. I like the message because obviously it plays into Hall's, not getting into it, but Hall's substance abuse and everything. And it's a great way of addressing it without addressing it because you don't really want to do what they did with like Road Warrior, Hawk, or Animal, one of them, or what they did with Scott Hall in WCW, where you acknowledge it, you kind of just reference it briefly. Which again, I loved the Nash line. And then fucking he said, "Come on, band, come out and fight me and Young." And they come out, and yeah, they beat up Young and they sort of beat up Nash. And then Hogan stands on the ramp. And next week, February 28th, I think it's 28th, we will get the match that everyone's been clamoring for: Scott Hall versus Kevin Nash in 2010.
Yeah.
You excited?
Whoa.
Are you excited to see this slow burner match? Like you talk about like Angle, Lesnar, WrestleMania 19. This is up there. This is up there amongst the classics. Benoit Angle submission match all one up there with that. No one really talks about it. Omega Okada,
You do every fucking time you mention anything.
Omega Okada. No, I meant Hall and Nash, not fucking the submission match. Hall and Nash. It's gonna be up there with Okada and Omega. I guarantee it. Um, yeah.
I mean, the real thing about this is it's playing out until fucking Hall and X-Pac get a fucking contract. Nash is gonna turn on Eric Young. Boom.
Yep. And that is
That's it.
the show.
I don't know how it got the main event spot on TNA of all places
Well, I mean,
in 2010.
Abyss was given a Hall of Fame ring, and Joe was kidnapped by ninjas, and Angle was
True, I guess it's the only thing left.
yeah, and obviously Angle was beaten up by Mr. Anderson. Anderson. So yeah, that is like the match. As the
It
show.
was an alright episode. It was a bit weird. There were a lot of weird segments to it, but fundamentally it was alright. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah, and I like the show. The show flew by. The ninjas was a highlight. And yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.